Hope everybody's doing well. This is Crystal Rose Guidance, and I'm Holly. And we are going to take a look and see who is coming towards you. Now, I'm doing things a little different with the pick a pile portion. I am not going to turn these over because I have some special little crystal cats that my very dear sweet friend Casey over at Mosaic Mermaid sent me a calendar for December. I actually didn't receive it until January. So it was a little joke between me and her, and but it's very sweet of her to do that. And these are little ornaments that go on a Christmas tree, but they're different cats, and I thought, why not use those for a pick a card? So I am gonna shuffle these real quick. We're gonna use the love oracles. We're gonna see who is coming towards you. So let me give these a quick shuffle. And instead of turning these over, we'll pick a cat for each pile. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, and now let's see for pile 1, and I'm just gonna kind of shuffle them in my hand. Okay, so pile 1. Y'all have, and I'll put her information down below too. She is this, I've had the honor to be friends with her. She is just one of the most sweetest people I've ever met in my life. So y'all go check her out if you don't already know who that is. All right, here we go. So pile 1, y'all have this cat right here. I don't know the name of these cats, guys. So if any of y'all do, please put it in the description box for me. I appreciate that. Okay. Pile 2, let's see. This cat looks like it's either stretching or ready to pounce. You never know. Okay. Pile 3. This cat here looks like it has a really long white and gray beard. I mean something to somebody. And pile 4. Y'all have this black and brown cat and white. A little bit of mix of everything there. Okay, guys. So if you need it, there's always a little bit of a meditation after this intro. You want to just pause it right there, take a deep breath, kind of meditate on what you need to hear for your highest good. Keep in mind these are general, so not everything's going to fit for the situation. Don't try to kind of force it. We are talking about who's coming towards you. So I don't really feel like that this would be a situation you have to force, but we're going to get into your energy first so you can kind of tell who this is. And then also, you're in control of this reading. So if this happens to be somebody, you know, you don't really care about, you don't want to have that interaction in some kind of way, you don't have to stay here and listen to this reading. Some of you may be helpful to deal with that situation, but for some of you, if it starts to get triggering at all, remember that you're in control of this reading. You know, nobody's kind of holding you here, and you have the ability to click off at any time. So please utilize that ability you have. These are always meant to be helpful and entertaining, definitely not hurtful in any way, okay? So, with all that being said, timestamps for all of this will be down below, and I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1, so if you chose the cat here, this will be your reading. So we're going to take a look and see who's coming towards you. And I haven't looked at this yet, so let's take a look and see. Okay, y'all ready? So I'm always nervous to turn this over. Oh, we have relationship here. Well, I mean, this could be a good thing. So you have commitment, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. This could be who you're already with, or this could be a relationship. A commitment's coming towards you. Okay. We can all take well, hopefully we can all take a deep breath. We'll wait and see, right? Okay, so we are going to start, actually, yep, I'm going to use the Visions of Life Tarot. I kind of want to, I might use some other ones too, though. I'm going to pull a couple of these, and then I have some other oracles that I want to use for y'all. Okay, so tell me about who is coming towards pile 1. with relationship. Well, that came right out. Okay, so, well, this is the Five of Cups, okay, in the tarot. So let's keep going. See how similar they are? Look at the way they look together. Like they're matchy-matchy, right? Same glasses, same jacket, same white underneath. There's something about that here. Oh, we have motherhood here. I'm gonna tell you honestly what I'm getting, and it's not gonna be what I want to hear. I'm just gonna say it like it is. This looks like. This to me looks like, okay, we have motherhood here, right? And look, if you can't see this, this is why I like these cards. They're so funny. She's got her rolling pin. She's ready to just beat the heck out of that stork that's bringing in yet another responsibility, right? So this might have to do with some kind of responsibilities. But I feel like this relationship may not be your relationship. It may be somebody else's. And there's this sorrow or upset, sadness around responsibilities. For others of you, I think that this may be a relationship that's coming towards you, but there's this feeling here of being kind of overwhelmed with that in some way. I don't know why I'm reading this more as your energy, but I am. Yeah, you have contentment. That's what it is. Okay, I get it. I think some of you may be having a relationship here that's coming towards you, or there's a relationship you could already be in. There's something about something being stressful and you being in a place, this stressing you out because you are in a place of contentment. Like you're in a place of being kind of happy and comfortable with how things are or where you are. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. And the stork coming in is just like one more responsibility that you have to add to what you already have. So to see the way he's looking at his phone and he's kind of like, and that skull on the table is kind of like death sitting there, and death has his eyebrows up, like, what, you're not happy about this? Death in the tarot is about a transformation. It's about a change taking place. This is a different kind of energy that I'm getting here than what I was expecting. Okay, so with that being said, now I'm going to pull some of these that I said I was going to pull. These are called the Love Oracles. Everything's called the Love Oracles. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, so tell me, how does pile 1 know who this person is? Main woman. Okay, so this is somebody you could be in a relationship with. So if this is somebody you're in a relationship with, then this is like you being content with how things are, and this relationship being somewhat of, there's something to do with motherhood here. It's just maybe the two of you have a lot of responsibilities or have a responsibility. And like you don't want anything else kind of added to that. Tell me about how you know who this person is for pile 1. Making an effort. There's that rolling pin. Isn't that weird? That's weird, right? Look, you even have, look at that. That's even more, that's kind of creepy almost. Look, you have this red polka dotted, white polka dotted, is what's here. And there's, like, I guess that's a napkin or something right there. Y'all see that? Red polka dotted napkin? That's just creepy. Okay. Anyway. What's the bottom of the deck? Shadow work. I think this has to do with some kind of responsibility. So this may be someone, or maybe this is you. In these readings, by the way, when I say like the roles can be switched in these readings, it's going to be like, well, that's kind of weird because it's who's coming towards you. But you never know when you're going to have like a run-in with somebody, you know, unexpectedly. You do take action, and it's because you're kind of met with that in an instant. You didn't know it was coming. Now everything's planned, you know. So some of you, when I say that, that's what that means. Now with that being said, I do feel like that. Okay, so what we're looking at here is, how do you know this person? This is someone that's like your main person, main woman. It says nobody else has my attention. You're the one that I want. So this is the person that's on your mind, right? This is who this person is. Or maybe you're their main woman. It doesn't matter. It's just, this is who this person is. It's the person that has your attention. And with making an effort, I'm willing to put in the work to have our happily ever after. So this is somebody that's wanting to put in the effort, wanting to put in the work. This is how you know who this is. This is someone that's making an effort here. But And even there, she's still making. She's making something, right? But here, with motherhood and that stork holding that same polka dotted new beginning, it feels like somebody's coming in kind of offering some kind of new beginning or something, wanting to put in an effort, wanting to make effort. This is the person that's on your mind, person you're in a relationship with. They're coming towards you in a way of wanting to put out the effort. They have made, this relationship could just be a commitment that they have with you. That could have to do with responsibilities, with motherhood. But there's this sorrow like, oh, here we go. You know, here we go. Because this contentment's here. So you're in a place to where you're starting to feel content with where you are or where things are. And then this comes in. So, okay. So shadow work is at the bottom, which is telling me an inner conflict is there. So you're having this inner conflict about the situation and whether or not you want to put in the effort or work on this because you are content where you are. But there's also this idea here of I'm exploring my inner darkness to become a better person. So there's this idea here of someone that's thinking about, you know, I'm really trying to do the work. I'm really trying to put, you know, become a better person. I'm trying to do things differently and I want to make that effort into the situation. So either this is highlighted here for you or this is highlighted here for the other person. So there's some shadow work in a relationship the two of you are working out at this time. And this almost feels like somebody here is not wanting to really even go there because they're just content with how things are. Yeah, and healing is under that with inner conflict being in reverse. It's like my world is hectic right now and I can't seem to think straight. So it's like having conflict of whether or not you want to heal that. You want to heal that situation. Okay. That makes sense. That's who this is. We're going to get the Tarot of the Owl. Look, there's the Tower in reverse already, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, the Queen of Wands in reverse could be that main woman, but this is someone that, with the World underneath that, you had an ending here perhaps with this person. Are you them? They you them? Because yep, Scorpio and Sagittarius here. This is someone that's not happy with the situation. This is someone that, so I don't know what side of the fence you're on this. You are going to have to take it out. It resonates for you. I'm reading both energies, so. This is someone here that is, you know, unhappy about the ending of something. There may be some kind of like jealousy that got the better of someone, or someone reacted out of a hurt place, you know, and it could have caused an ending. Or you are upset with someone and the way things ended, you know, something like that's going on there. And then you have this Tower here in reverse, which is, can we come back together after a Tower like that? Can we shift? Can there be a change here? Can we have a commitment here? Can you be the person I'm looking for? My gosh, you got the Emperor there too. Or you're asking yourself that, you know, maybe you're asking yourself that, and will I be happy? Yeah. But this is like also like moving away, trying to look. The Queen of Pentacles is on this side, in strength. With that, there's that Five of Cups. So this is someone here. Maybe you went in a different direction, or this person cut you off because there's a relationship there with the Two of Cups. So you're in a relationship here. This person may have cut you off, or you did, because maybe they went into a different direction. It wasn't what you thought it was. You lost the connection somehow, or the freshness of it, or the there's something to do with losing. Like kind of, I don't know, something got in the way of how you feel about this person or how they feel about you, whatever that is. Okay. There's sadness here, right? Something doesn't feel the same way it used to, or just being kind of disappointed or upset or regretting, you know, things. And then you have the strength here, someone needing to find their inner strength, needing to find their inner strength when it comes to healing, when it comes to having patience, when it comes to everything, kind of trying to understand the situation. It's Leo energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is Taurus. So this is somebody here that's been trying to like ground themselves. You know, they've been trying to, there's disappointment, sadness here, but they've been trying to kind of ground themselves, get to a calmer place, you know, transition into, you know, the world, into the ending, into the closure, trying to give closure to themselves about this. But someone that's very unhappy here about how things are. Okay. All right. So that kind of happened a little weird, but organically, I guess. Seven of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. So you may be sitting in a position, or someone is, where there's just, they know they're not like satisfied or good where they are, but they're confused about what they actually even want. You know, what they actually want. This could be you or the other person. So again, take it how it resonates. What does this person want that's coming towards pile? Came right out. There's the Five of Cups. So this person's missing you. This person's sad. They're lonely, or they're regretting some things. They feel like they made a mistake. Three of Swords in reverse. This is someone that is wanting forgiveness or wanting to heal the situation, wanting to fix it, you know. There's that King of Pentacles. So this would be like someone that's like stepping up or trying to, this could also be forgiveness, you know. Did I say that? I think I did, but anyway. Feeling bad or feeling like they've made a mistake or something like that's going on. Wanting forgiveness here and wanting a commitment, you know, wanting to do the right thing or wanting to be loyal. Ten of Swords is here. So doing like an honorable thing, but that Ten of Swords, that's an ending with the Devil. So there's that shadow work, right, with the Devil, Capricorn energy. You have double Capricorn actually here. This is somebody that's trying to ground something, okay? So this is somebody that wants to end the toxicities or their behavior, whatever happened here that this person feels as if they're at fault for. They're trying to do the honorable thing. They're trying to come towards you, put in the effort here, take responsibility when it comes to the ending of things or how things ended and how what they've done here in whatever way. If they betrayed you, whatever this is, this Ten of Swords, the ending, how things ended, you know, whatever that looks like. Maybe it's just it didn't go very well, you know, obviously. If you got 10 swords in your back, that didn't go well. But you have the Devil here. So I feel like this is somebody that's trying to make an effort to recognize perhaps their own shadow side, their own flaws, where they messed up, what they've done wrong. Okay, give me some deeper understanding about that. Five of Cups. There's the Page of Cups. So this is the message that you're going to receive about someone that's sorry, you know, or that's feeling bad or feeling regretful, feeling like they made a mistake, or they're just sad or lonely, or they're just missing you. But it's an emotional message, right? Tell me about the Three of Swords in the reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse. So this is forgiving someone for not being honest, not being truthful, something that they maybe said, you know, coming across that way even. But this is like forgiveness around whatever that was. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups in reverse. This is someone that's kind of recognizing that maybe they were being selfish in a way. Maybe they were overindulging, or they were, you know, something to do with they didn't think about you, or they didn't consider you. You know, there's this person of where they're doing the honorable thing, even if they don't want to be doing that, especially with the Contentment, remember? It's like they're, you know, I didn't even put that together until just now. Look at her dress. It is red and white polka dots. It's kind of like a rustic kind of color, but anyway. Contentment. So this is someone that I feel like is trying to step outside of their comfort zone because they feel like they need to say something or do something. They're seeing, I feel like this person, if they're not seeing your side of something, maybe they've been trying to, or they just feel like they definitely understand that they did something wrong, you know. Let's see what that Ten of Swords is. The Nine of Cups in reverse with that King of Pentacles. This is someone that's like looking at how they've responded to something and that they were overindulging, or they weren't looking out for your consideration in some aspect. Tell me about the Ten of... Or this is somebody that's putting their happiness, or trying to do the honorable thing and put their happiness to the side in order to, you know, do what's right and take responsibility or accountability here. Ten of Swords. You have a Knight of Wands with that Ten of Swords. Oh, this is somebody that may have acted out of impulse, and that's what caused this Ten of Swords. This is someone that maybe did something without thinking about it too much, or they feel like they... Give me another card for that Nine of Wands. They were kind of selfish in a way. Ace of Cups. What is that about? The Four of Wands in reverse. So this could have been the betrayal here in a relationship. Could have been, perhaps for some of you, another relationship or something to do with how they felt. Like, this feels like somebody that did something without thinking about the foundation the two of you had. For some of you, this may have something to do with a lack of commitment. The Fool in reverse. This can be like rushing into something. So maybe this person, there was this energy here of things ending, because that to me is kind of like a cycle. What is the Devil? The Hermit. That's shadow work. That's like the ideal two cards to represent what shadow work would look like. So that's kind of neat. But it's Virgo energy, the Hermit, which is about deep soul searching, going within, looking for answers after the fact, right? And the Devil would be the shadow, like what went wrong or what's the toxicity here? How can I make this better? This is something that's weighing on this person, weighing on their mind. This, I don't want to get too down to one storyline, because I feel like this could have went a million different ways for you guys. Whatever this betrayal ending, painful ending, someone feeling betrayed, whatever caused this end. Oh. George. Like, it's cold out there, let me in. That could be what this person's saying. You want to go out there? You want to be in here with me? Fine. But this could just look a little different, for everybody, what happened here. This was a Knight of Wands energy, so that caused this betrayal. Anything else you can tell me about that, and then I'll leave it. 2 cards came out. The 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. This is like literally in motion, The 7 of Wands, this is funny too, because it's normally about he's turned around, he's being defensive, he's saying, so the fact that he's turned around and he looks like he's fixing to take off, and then you have the 8 of Wands, which he is, and then there's the Wands coming at him. I feel like in this situation, maybe someone didn't defend you or didn't defend something, didn't put up a fight of any sort, or they turned their back on a situation. They changed the way that what they wanted. Yeah, this kind of feels like somebody maybe changed their mind quickly, or something like that's going on here. They just kind of left the situation, took off. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And what's the shadow work here with the Devil? This too can also be different, for everybody. What is that shadow work? Making an effort. What is this? King of Wands in reverse. That's Leo energy. Give me one more. Page of Wands in reverse. This is someone that's saying that they recognize that they're not, how do I say, how to explain that? Sometimes they react too quickly to something. They're not, maybe perhaps at times they don't necessarily think about everyone else in the situation, or they react too quickly, or they say things they don't mean, or let's just say they do things that they don't mean. All of it's still something that's done, but still, this is what this person's telling you, right? I know where I went wrong. I know that I'm not, like, this could be a King of Wands, could be I not stick to my word, or I don't follow through with action, or I can be very arrogant at times. It's this kind of thing. But this can also represent the way something went, like how they led something. So maybe they led you to believe something, or they tried to be like some kind of leader here. And it has to do with like exploring something. Yeah, and then in the Knight of Wands, you have all these wands. Oh, goodness, George. Yes. Sorry, guys. George can't make up his mind. Maybe that's what this person was doing. They couldn't make up their mind. Anyway, you have all these wands. This person feels like they didn't follow through with something, or they changed their mind, or they turned their back on you in some way, or they turned their back on some kind of commitment with you. Something to do with that. This is someone that wants to make an effort at being better about how they follow through with their actions, or something like that. Yeah, strength. This is someone that knows, they're trying to like say, okay, I recognize this about myself and I want to try to work on that and put in the effort here with this situation. They are stepping out of what, I mean, for lack of a better word, I don't know what else to say. I feel like this person really doesn't want to have to come to you like this, but I think that they're trying to do what they feel like would be the right thing to do. That's what that King of Pentacles is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see any kind of advice or anything that you need to know about this person that's coming towards you that I haven't mentioned. Anything you need to know about them that I haven't mentioned or that I haven't seen. The Ten of Cups and the Six of Swords. Be careful of this person kind of, they want to get to a calmer place with you, but be careful of this person selling you some kind of dream about that. The Emperor. This person wants to, I mean, this is somebody that really wants to transition into being someone else, into being, or this is someone that just wants to have a calmer situation with you. So that would kind of depend on where you are with this person and what they mean to you, right? Ten of Cups. The Six of Wands in reverse. They don't want to have a relationship or a family or situation that is not successful, not happy, you know. But like I said before, be careful of this person coming towards you, like wanting to work on things with you and then kind of feeling you full of a fantasy or some kind of dream. Because the Six of Wands in reverse sometimes with that Ten of Cups especially can be like someone that just, I mean, you have to use your own awareness, right, when it comes to that. Because I can't tell everybody, you know, about the sincerity of this person because your situation's all different. You know this person. How many times have you had this situation with this person? You know, you got to consider all that. But that Six of Wands being in reverse can look like trying to do whatever you can in order just to make the situation better. It's the Wheel of Fortune here with the Six of Wands, which is the same kind of thing. But this is like an opportunity to make something better. Give me a chance. Or let's see how this goes, you know. Or I just wanted to change the situation into something calmer. Or make sure it's calm. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords to the Emperor is definitely someone stepping up and taking some action, though. You may see some action from this person or see a change in this person. The Two of Wands, like this could have to do with making plans for the future, making a decision to make some plans. This could have to do with, you know, just planning for the future in the long run. The Nine of Wands in reverse. There may be something here that this person may be giving up or giving into. Has to do with some kind of future plans. I don't know what that means to you guys. Ace of Wands. This person may have had some sort of plan or idea here, or you did. And maybe they gave you some pushback on that. That could be something this person's kind of given into. But they're trying to take action to be, you know, the person that they want to be. They do want to be this person, I feel. But the shadow work is telling me they have a lot they have to work on in order to get to the place that they want to get to. Whether that's healing some things from their past that are affecting the way they are now, or it's just they keep repeating the same pattern, or they're needing to work on themselves or have that time to theirself or something like that. There's something to do with something changing with the plans. I don't know if this is like a, what is this? It's bugging me. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. They're freeing themselves from something. Or they're not being so hard-headed about something. It's something like that. It's like, this could have to do with before I make plans, I include you. You know, that could be part of it. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, that could be it. This is somebody that's like saying, next time I'll consider you. It's that kind of thing. Maybe they didn't do that when they went and did something. Okay. Okay. Two of Cups. I landed on the Two of Cups. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, that partnership is still here. Two of Swords in the reverse is, if you block this person, maybe you're opening up to them. Or if you shut them out in some kind of way. This could also be just, you know, being vulnerable or making a decision about a relationship. That High Priestess in reverse. And look, there's your Queen of Pentacles right there. And you still have this like emotional tie to this person. So this is going back to a situation with that Eight of Cups. Because you're still committed here. That High Priestess in reverse is Pisces energy. You may feel like you're going against maybe your best judgment, or you're going against your intuition in some way for some of you, or you're just questioning that. But for others of you, this is just like you feel like you now know more than what you did about this person, or you feel like only time will tell. You know, that is kind of the situation here. Okay, let's get some advice. This feels like it could be a lot of different situations for y'all, actually. What time do we have? I want to get a few message cards, so let's just do it. I'm going to do it. Where are they? I said I'm going to do it. What in the world? I think I moved my cards. How strange. Let's get these, actually. I think I did. No, I didn't move them. I see them now, but I guess I was meant to have these. Okay. Whatever. Let's just use these. These are the messages of love oracles. Okay. All right. What would this person say if they could say anything? What would they say? What would this person say if they could say anything? What would they say? Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Nike or Adidas can be important. Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. We have detachment and forgiveness that came out together. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. And I'm struggling to get over the past with forgiveness. This may be somebody that feels like, this feels like somebody that maybe ran from a commitment or ran from something, or that they know that they have some healing work that they have to do, which we already talked about. That there's some things here in their past that they're needing to detach from. This person may have a hard time trusting. This could be a big part of it. Commitment. I want you to be part of my future. Destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. That's what this is. This person keeps changing their mind, or they just don't, like they, to you, they may look like they're very wishy-washy, or they don't follow through with their actions. And that's true, but their reasoning, let's say that, their reasoning is they feel like they can't decide on their purpose or their path. They're struggling to find that right path. Maybe they keep veering off or keep getting off track in some way. Like this person is struggling to decide what they want, basically. Runner, see? I don't want to run anymore. And reflection is at the bottom. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So if you've been silent with this person, then through the silence, you know, there's been obviously this gained clarity about the shadow work that needs to be done, or what's going on here in the relationship. Okay, advice. What advice can you give Pop one about this? Okay. Declutter. Let go of old items. Create a new sacred space for yourself. So maybe this is something you're needing to do to make space, you know, for this person. So they feel more like that they have that place in order to make that effort. Could you imagine, I don't know why this is coming up, and this isn't everybody's message, take it or leave it, okay? Could you imagine being hired on at a job, and then they're like, well, we don't have an office for you yet. You know what? Why don't you just take the supply closet for now, and we'll find some space for you. And you're like, come again? What do you want me to do? So sometimes it's good to like make some space for that other person, especially if you're like living together, right? That definitely helps the other person feel just as connected or as important in your life, you know, or you know, maybe there are some things for some of you that just you're needing to, like old things, and this could be, you know, this could be physically or mentally, yeah, that you're needing to kind of just release and let go of, that have to do with your past and moving on to this new phase or new commitment here. Soulmate, the divine will provide you with love when you're ready. In past life connection, someone with a heavy influence from the past is with you. This could be just a message here from, you know, someone up above, maybe, for some of you. But this could also just mean, like, you know, that you feel like this person is meant to be in your life. I can tell you, it feels, as far as like a spiritual aspect to this reading, it feels like this person has had an opportunity to be the person that they want to be, and they're just having a really hard time getting to that place. Now, I do realize, okay, for some of you, the Ten of Swords is the Ten of Swords, and sometimes you just, you know, you can't survive that. And so this is why it's so good and so important for y'all to use your own discernment in these readings, because I don't know your personal story, and that's what we mean by general reading. So if this person did do all these things, they could come to you in this way, and you could still decide, you know, I think that you could continue being a better person, but I don't think that I want to, you know, I'm going to be that person that's going to be there as you do that. I think you need to kind of figure that out on your own. Or, you know, whatever. So it's just so you're aware of that for some of you. You have to evaluate. Feed out what doesn't serve you. Reevaluate the situation. So there you go. That's kind of what I was getting at. All right. Let's get one overall card for y'all. I'm going to use the Feminine Wisdom Oracles, and then we'll close with some charms and some initials. Guys, my kids have not been to school all week. All week. They don't have school on Friday anyways. And they haven't had school in 3 days. And the only day they would go would be one day. So I'm sure they're probably going to cancel that too. Nothing's melting around here. Crazy. Crazy over here in Texas right now. Okay. What message do you have for pile 1 overall? The 2 cards actually flipped up. You have solitude and wisdom. So this, to me, I'm going to take both of these, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, it depends on what you're choosing from this situation. Together, 6 and 4, you have 10. So that's completing a cycle. So this is, some of you may choose the solitude. Some of you may choose to, you know, go a different route. 4 can also be home. It can also be, you know, 4 of Wands represents that union. So with that being said, I'm going to read both. Y'all take which one resonates with you as far as advice goes. We have solitude, number 6. Being alone, but not lonely. Feeling balanced while disconnected from society. That's the way I feel right now, guys. With not being able to go anywhere. Your heart is yearning for solitude. Alone time with yourself from the noise, opinions, and small talk is necessary in this time of your life. You are intentionally seeking withdrawal from society in order to deepen your inner voice. Reflect and strengthen your feminine wisdom, and look inside, listen closely. Why is it that you need alone time so much right now? So for some of you, you may be kind of deciding, saying, you know, hey, thank you, but I really feel like I'm content, you know, like, because we saw this earlier, like I'm content kind of where I am. I feel like I'm good here. Like I need to declutter. I need to get rid of some things. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying I need some alone time to reflect. Your affirmation here is, in solitude, I find my answers. Number 25 is the page. Okay, so number 4, y'all's says, wisdom, the ability to think and act based on previous knowledge, understanding, experience, and insight, or common sense. It looks as if you've taken the right choice of action. You're standing in the truth, responding to the outside world in the correct manner. Although you may not know it yet, you empower yourself and others. Life is always changing. See, this could be you kind of helping to empower this person to step up if that's the choice that you make, right? Life is always changing. Remember, that doesn't mean you can fix them, okay? We don't want to go that direction. They're the ones that have to do the work. Love does not change, and neither does wisdom. Continue to live through your knowledge, inner knowledge, with great respect for others and yourself. Your affirmation here is, I will keep practicing simple acts of observing and not absorbing. I stand firm in my truth. This is on page number 21, which is that world in tarot. So that again is that closing, right? So if you focus on your sense of security, safety, the patterns that you're seeing, like the moons we see here, use your knowledge and your wisdom if you decide to continue this, moving forward. That's what it's saying. Okay, let's get some initials and charms and close. This was longer than I thought. Imagine that. I just can't do a short reading. I mean, I feel like I would just be missing out on so much good information if I tried. Okay. So we have, you don't have a soul. You are a soul. We have, yep, there you go. There's that Page of Cups right there. There's that message coming in. Okay. I have to say something real quick. Just take me a minute. With this, you don't have a soul. You are a soul. Sometimes with soulmates, past life connections, all these different kinds of labels that we put on relationships, sometimes those labels can kind of keep us, stuck. And it's so ironic. We're kind of taught not to label ourselves in certain ways, right? But yet we label relationships, especially in the spiritual community here. And sometimes that can put a tie to that person that's not meant to be there. Can keep us stuck in situations longer than we need to be. So this is just a reminder, you are your own soul. You are your own person. You have your own shadow work. You have your own life experiences, your own karma. And just to keep in mind that inner independence that you have and knowing yourself and when to react or what to say or what to do when you don't have that safe place or you don't feel like you're where you're supposed to be, Okay, anyway, we have DC. Okay, BMW. We have a Y, another H, an N, and an L. BMW is right there. Okay. All right, guys, I am going to leave you right here. So, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. Of course, I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with this, and I hope. Hey, pile 2. So, if you chose this cat right here, this will be your reading. Okay, so it kind of looks like he's getting ready to either pounce or maybe there's just stretching. I don't know. So well, that's 2 different things, so we'll have to see. Now, I haven't seen this card yet, so let's turn it over and see what we're looking at. It's the main energy. We have Fated Meeting. Oh, somebody is getting ready to pounce. That's what he looks like right there. He's wearing a gray shirt. I kind of got a little gray cat here, so meant to be, destiny, determined, and encounter. So you may have some kind of fated encounter or meeting here with someone. All right, let's get some more information about it. Okay, guys, I've tried to restart this a few times. I had to pause, step away for a second, and every time I try to restart, I just can't get it right. So we're going to do this. This is like the 3rd time. Here we go. So this is the visions of, maybe that meant something to y'all. Maybe this is the 3rd time you've tried to do something here with this person, or this person has. This is the Visions of Life tarot that we're going to use to start, and we're going to take a look and see, where will you be when this person comes in? Like, what's the energy that you're going to be in when this person comes in? Just overall, what's going on with you? What kind of energy are you feeling? Decision. So you may be kind of juggling some things. You may be kind of juggling a decision when this person comes in, trying to decide what you want. We have Miser. You may be actually trying to decide about this person when this person comes in. That's what I'm feeling. The bottom of the deck, yeah, you have Death here, Scorpio energy. So I feel like you may be trying to decide about either what you want to do about a situation or who this person, trying to figure out who this person is, what kind of person they are, what do they want, you know, that kind of a feeling. Like there's something to do with you still trying to figure this out when this person comes in. And you're having to make a decision. I think you're having a difficult time with that. Even if this hasn't happened, it's like if they were to come around, you know, what decision would I make? This could have to do with any other area in your life too. It doesn't have to be about this person, right? But there's some kind of ending here with death, Scorpio energy. There's some sort of ending that took place. There's a lot of pentacles out here. So you're going through an ending, or you're going through a transformation. And I don't know to what extent. This may have to do, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally, but you're going through some kind of transformation here when this person comes in, possibly an ending of some sort. And you're juggling. You're trying to, this is like the Two of Pentacles. So you're trying to, maybe you have a lot of priorities, or you're just kind of got a lot of balls in the air, you know. You're trying to balance out your priorities, or you're having to actually think about what decision. You're in the middle of making some kind of decision. And this may be a decision based off of someone else and, you know, who that person is. It could be whether or not you want to follow through with something and not knowing if that's right or wrong. Okay, so something like that's going on. This is the energy you're going to be in, okay? Remember that when this person comes in. So let's see who this person is. And what are we going to use for that? Actually, who is this person for pile 2? Who is this person for pile 2? Let's use some of these. How do you know who this is, pile 2? This person that's coming in. This feels like somebody that may come in a determined energy. Determined to maybe have commitment here, or some kind of commitment from you, or... Okay. Tell me about how you know, how you would just know who this person is for pile 2. How would they know who this is? Destiny. I'm struggling to find my right path. So you may feel like this is somebody that doesn't know what they want. They're having a hard time staying on, trying to find their purpose in life, or trying to be the leader here in some way of their own life. Or it's just simply they're struggling with what they want. How else would you know who this is? Escape. Look, they both have their back turned here. So this is somebody, look at the rainbow on there. That's cool, huh? That's kind of neat. And you have, I left when things got hard. So this is somebody that you know this person because there's someone that escapes. Maybe they like to do that. Maybe they like to, you know, go off and escape to wherever, escape from their problems. Maybe they take a lot of vacation with that rainbow and those palm trees. That's what I'm seeing. But this could be somebody that's a runner, you know, somebody that runs away from when things get hard. You see this person as kind of a drifter, kind of wandering in a way where they don't really know what they want. They're not still really unsure about what the future has. And they are someone that tends to escape reality, perhaps at times. Okay. This could be somebody that actually did this to you as well. Like they were struggling to stay on the right path here, and they left when things started to get hard. Bottom of the deck is ego. So this person, perhaps maybe they let their pride get in the way of things. It says, I let my pride get in the way of our connection. So this is somebody that you feel like definitely, you know, played the situation with you as more of a prideful thing. Maybe they were prideful and turned their back here when things got hard. This is somebody that let their ego get the better of things here. That's how you know who this is. You could just also know this person as somebody that has just a big ego. Okay. Is that good? Is that good enough? Is that good? Thinking. I feel like... Hold on. Let me see something else. How you would know who this is. The reason I want to do this is because I feel like for some of you, you may be on the fence still. Because for some of you, this may sound like two people that you know. You know? So, give me one more for pile 2 of who this is to them. How will they know who this is that's coming towards them? Woo! Did y'all see that? It's like I knew how to do that, but I did not. I wish that was just a skill that I had. We have seduction here. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. So this is somebody here that maybe you feel like they did this with you, or this is somebody that is this way. And you know, you do have that right there underneath there. Sensuality. So, with ending, this may be somebody that is very seductive to you, or that you may be very attracted to. This could be somebody that involves third-party interference with here in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. We do have the butterfly, relationship evolving, and then Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. Got a lot of messages out of that just now. They're passing in my head. I'm trying to... there was a side message there about your future in those cards. We'll see if that comes out later. The other part of this is the Cupid's arrow thing. This may have been something that you feel like you kind of got hit with. Like, see how he's hitting him over the head? There's something to do with time, and feel like you're being hit with an ending in some way. Like something happens fast and ends fast. It's that kind of feeling to it. Does that make sense? Okay. If that would help you to know who this is. Okay. This also says hooking up, so maybe this is somebody that's been trying to seduce you. Who knows? All right. This is the... just lost my train of thought because I'm still stuck over here. This is the Mystical Cats Tarot that we're going to use. Okay, so tell me about, what does this person want? Why are they coming towards, or this fated meeting may occur, right? You may just run into this person, or you have this, or this person's determined. We'll see what the cards say. Tell me about what this person wants. You have the Fool in reverse. So, this can be like, you know, taking a risk regardless of the consequences. So that is very pushy as well, too. Tell me about what this person wants. Yeah, that's Aries, Aquarius energy. This can also look like taking a risk, you know, but being very cautious, not being overly vulnerable about a situation. You have the Three of Cups, so this is somebody that's... This can also be when you know, like, the dangers of something, but you do it anyways. So that's kind of can be here too. The Three of Cups is... Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked over here again. There's another message over here. It won't let me go away from it. For some of you... I have to say this. I'm going to just do it. For some of you, there may be somebody here that's trying to kind of seduce you or tempt you. Like they're tempting. I think you're really attracted to this person. Okay. The Three of Cups can be like a date, taking a risk on coming towards you, having that connection, or taking a risk on the relationship, on the friendship, on the connection. That's a close emotional connection. Could be taking a risk on that. You have the stars, so that's a desire. That's a desire. This person having a desire. You have the high Aquarius there too. You have the Hanged Man here in the reverse, which is Pisces energy, that being in reverse. Being kind of stuck on something here. What is that? The Ten of Cups in reverse. This person seems like they've shifted their perspective here in some way. When it comes to fulfillment, a fulfillment, or no longer being happy with where you are. Okay, why is I feel like I'm having to decode this, which all readings are that way, but there's like missing pieces. So there's a lot of underbelly here, you know? There's a lot of things that are not being said or expressed, or things under the surface of all of this. And I think a lot of that has to do with emotions. This feels like somebody that kind of feels as if something's not okay or not probably the best decision, but they're kind of going for it anyways. Tell me about the cat and the Fool in reverse. Yeah, that's the Knight of Wands. There's that. This is what I just said. This feels like somebody that's going after something regardless of knowing, like, they know that it's not. Yeah. Yeah, the High Priestess here. So this person knows they shouldn't be doing this, or this isn't like they shouldn't be taking this risk. Like, they feel like they're going against what their intuition's telling them. There goes my throat. Which is telling me you're not listening, or they're not listening to themselves. My gosh. So sorry. Okay. Let me grab a water, actually. Because that just was not okay. Oh. Okay, that feels better. Tell me about what the Three of Cups is. The World in reverse, unfinished business. Something not being over. This is coming back together with somebody. They may bring this to you in a way of a closure. The World is like closure. It's the last, the major arcana. In reverse, it's like an open-ended relationship. That could be what this is. This is like an open-ended relationship. This feels like something you don't know when's going to end with the World in reverse. But it's lurking. It's there. It's got to end at some point. That's what it feels like. Why is the stars here? Strength in reverse. That's funny to me, because that's like when somebody. It's the same thing I just keep saying. I can just go ahead and pull all the rest of the cards out, I feel like, but it's somebody that's doing something, feeling like it's not the best decision, and it's definitely not what their intuition's telling them. This may be also something is secret here too, like secretive, and that is like a bad decision in itself. But they're doing it anyways. I feel like they're not strong enough, I guess, to turn away from this because of the star being here, that desire that they have. See, and this cat is looking at the line too, and the line is strength. So this is like somebody that's like, it's like somebody saying, I wish I was strong enough, but I'm just not. I'm just giving in. I'm just gonna do it. You know, I'm just gonna come, go for it. This is somebody that's impatient here too, with maybe something unfolding or something happening organically, or something playing out in a certain kind of way. Tell me about the Hanged Man in reverse. This feels like I want something to happen, so I'm impatient. This is like an impatient person when they desire something. You have the Hermit here with the Hanged Man in reverse. So this is like after doing some soul searching here, I've changed my mind. That's what this is. That's what the Hermit is. Hermit's Virgo energy. So it's like this person's analyzed this. You know, they've tried to structure it. They went back through the what they know, or the understanding. That Hanged Man in reverse is like changing your mind about something. 10 of Cups in the reverse. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is someone that is letting their guard down. And no, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. But I still feel like, I mean, they are letting their guard down though. This is like knowing that how do I want to say that? The reward. I'm going to say this. I don't know how to say this. This is like long term, right? What's going to happen in the long term? Well, when it's in reverse, it can be like I don't know what this leads to or the future holds. But with that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, that feels like a significant loss. Oh, I should smell perfume. That's that seductive energy, huh? That feels like, see that hole? Do you want to go down that hole? Because this 10 of Cups is here. So this feels like somebody that knows the risk that they're taking. Or there's a chance that they're not going to be happy or satisfied with something. You know? I don't know. It's almost like this person knows what they're getting themselves into. They're stepping into the unknown. Give me another card for that. Yeah, the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse is like something that could either go very good or very bad in this scenario. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better grips on this. This feels... Tell me about the World in reverse with that 3 of Cups. Yeah, the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, that's what it feels like. This is like, there's this... Maybe this, I'm just going to be honest, there may not be any other choice as far as they don't have any other options, or maybe they're not even wanting any other option. Or, I mean, hopefully that's it. But, right? But this is like, see, he's popping the bubble there. I don't want to burst your bubble. This feels like somebody that, I don't think that they're interested in anybody else. But they don't want to like create some kind of a false narrative here about the situation and what it's going to lead to with the world in reverse. Oh, it's a tricky situation. That's a tricky situation. This feels like somebody saying, I don't want to lead you on in some way. Because of the world in reverse. About what's going to happen, you know, or the next level, or if something's going to end, or like there's a lack of commitment here. Yeah, that's what it is, huh? This is why there's a lack of commitment, because if things get difficult here, and that's what this card says, when things get hard or go, this is the Six of Swords in the reverse, so it's going back to, and this is what this person's doing here, going back to the drama, or going back to like a situation that isn't fully resolved. You feel like you can't get past, or you can't get over. This is like going back to the Five of Swords. So you're going back to the conflict. Let's bring this back up. Great. Yeah, it's that kind of a feeling that's here. Being impatient about that. Not being able to get over that, you know. What does that have to do with, though? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This person keeps going back to this idea of losing the opportunity. That's what's keeping them impatient. That's what's giving them this impatience, is this idea of losing the opportunity, bursting your bubble, right? Okay, so why is the Hermit? Hold on. Yeah, there's the sea kitty. So that's the Cup of. Some of y'all may resonate, or this may be the other side to the story. And pile 4, I don't know. That looks like that cat, and it's the same one here and here. So I don't know why. It's just, and that's the Hanged Man, so it's another perspective. So pile 4 may be relevant to this pile, but I don't know that. I haven't done that pile, so if you felt drawn to 2, that could be why. Anyway, the Knight of, or the Page of Cups is a message of someone changing their mind, or being stuck on something, doing some thinking about something, that they're stuck on something. So this is somebody sending you a message about that. What exactly about, though, the King of, or I'm sorry, I keep saying king, it's a page. It's not the same at all. I said one extreme to another, right? It's a small suggestion, offer. What is that? What am I feeling here? Page of Cups. Oh, strategic. Somebody being strategic. This is the Seven of Swords. Hopefully not deceptive. Being strategic. I think it's strategic. Yeah, because it's a Page of Cups. It's sincere, but there's, you know, this person's really on guard. Consequences. This person, this is Judgment in Tarot in reverse. This person, I feel like, is thinking about, no, not Judgment. Justice. And this person is thinking about the consequences. That's why they're in this strategic kind of energy. So this message will consist of, we'll find out when we get the messages. This right here is more of like a future energy, right? See, this is a cycle, and this is knowing that this doesn't lead to this. And this is lust. Doesn't lead to emotion, right? So if it was an Ace of Cups and a Ten of Cups, that would be the right path. And then there would be some kind of a longevity there, or effort or work. But this effort or work consists of a lack of reward from this, basically. Like you don't get the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for here. Ace of Wands in reverse. Anything else you can tell me about that to help me better understand that? Yeah, this is why this is the decision. This is it. This is why someone is making this decision, or this is why they're indecisive. And it has to do with being afraid of where something is going to go. Like being afraid of where something is going to, putting an effort and work into something that doesn't have a clear payoff. Or it could be devastating in the same way, you know. And being indecisive about that. Sorry guys, I had to pause for just a quick second. And my stomach's growling, so I apologize about that too. Okay, so what is this consist of? Like this, I think there's a conversation here. The Two Swords sometimes can be like that, you know, two people sitting down and they have their point of view and perspective. The other person has their point of view and perspective. But if so, what is that consist of? Death, transformation. This is death here. So it consists of an ending or changing something. What does that look like? Scorpio energy. The Ten of Wands in reverse. This conversation consists of the burdens and concerns that this person has been holding. Like, this is responsibilities. This is the weight of being conflicted. It's just like laying all that down to someone. Of what they have, like, kind of concluded. Or, you know, releasing the weight of a change or an ending. There's the decision, the Two of Cups, or Two of course. The Two of Wands in the reverse. The weight of making the wrong decision is what this person wants to talk about. Either it's like what I said, and they're worried they're going to miss their opportunity here, or they're worried about the consequences of, it's both. That's why it's the Two of Swords, because this person is worried about not only the consequences of what's going to happen, and that's here, and that could be pretty significant with the Ten of Cups, but they're also worried about the, like, emotional consequences, right? But they're also worried about the losing the opportunity. And that was my stomach. I'm so sorry. I'm hungry. Okay. So that's a difficult thing. Is there anything that you need to know about this person that I'm not seeing here that I haven't mentioned? Anything at all that they need to know? Queen of Swords in reverse. You may not be happy with this person. Maybe you cut this person off, or you turn your back on them, or you're still up in the tree. You're still, you have a, maybe you feel like this person doesn't understand you, or maybe they don't understand. You know, you have you have Libra energy there, and Leo here, the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, I just smelled pool chlorine. Like, you know, like when you go into a hotel and it's so strong, like they have to put so much stuff in there to keep it, you know, who knows doing what in there. And so it's that smell. So this may be like clearing something out, you know. There it is. There, as I say that, there's the devil. Capricorn energy. What is this? This feels the Emperor. You may feel like this person just wanted to be in control of a situation, or wanted to feel like they were in control in some way. I don't know what exactly is behind that, but what else? The Tower. So this person, I feel like, is coming in unexpectedly. And I feel like they're also like, there's this determination, and it has to do with the Tower. So it could be that this person knows. I mean, they know. They know what's going to happen. They know what this is going to cause. They know what this is going to, like, change. Like, this person he's gearing up and getting ready to go to war. I mean, that's what there it is right there. You know, he's in a position to where he understands what he's going into, what's going to happen. The devil's here. And there's the High Priestess. Taurus energy. This is somebody that's kind of going against their own morals or their own values and following through with this. But they're very well aware that's what they're doing. They're still doing it. This is someone coming towards you, so this is what's coming towards you. How are you going to respond to this person? You have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Fire of the Queen of Wands in the reverse, and the Eight of Fire. I think initially you're going to be a little overwhelmed, and I think you may not feel very confident in this, but I think that changes very quickly. You have a page of, did my music change or what? Page of Wands here in reverse. Yeah, this is overwhelming to you. And then you have the Five of, yeah, you're not very confident here, because I feel like you feel like this Five of Cups, where this is a mistake. You're not very confident. You know, don't you? This is you also, it may not be that as much as you're not in the best place when it comes to this person. You know, with this Five of Cups, you may feel like abandoned, or you know, cats don't like being in water, and he didn't get any of those fish. So you took a risk, or did something, and you didn't get anything out of it. You know, that's like being abandoned, or you regret something here. This may have pulled out some insecurities with that Queen of Wands in the reverse, but that changes pretty quick. Yeah, the Magician in reverse. What is shifting around that? That's Virgo and Gemini energy. The Three of Pentacles. I don't think it shifts I don't think you know exactly, like, this has everything that you want, or it's almost kind of like you don't really understand everything here, but there's still this commitment that's here. So you're still committing to something. Huh. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. You're letting your guard down here. That's what this is. You don't feel like this is what you want either. Or you don't feel like this is the best thing, but I also feel like that you still are vulnerable here. And it could be because you're lacking something. What is that? Not that y'all are, you know, lacking. I didn't mean that. That might have been triggering for somebody. The Five of Swords in the reverse. That's making amends. That's getting past some conflict. This is quickly getting over something. Or getting past something. Working something out. Yeah, and you have the Good Kitty here. So this can be like a renewal. Making a judgment call. That Pentacle, that's not there though, but there's nostalgia here. I think you have mixed emotions about this. I don't feel like... What a weird reading, right? It all started with seduction, didn't it? And escape and destiny. And ego. Let's get some advice. I can't sit on this any longer. Can't even talk. We just need to get some advice, and then I need to go get me some more coffee or something, some breakfast. Okay, so tell me about advice. Oh wait, message cards. Wait. Calm down just for a second. I'm gonna use these for y'all. Yeah. I just saw marriage and forgiveness. There it is again. We'll see if it comes out again, but maybe that's part of this. What would this person say if they could say anything? Protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Finances, financial challenges are affecting this connection. So practicality may be affecting this connection. Like you're both, like your financial situations, or something of the physical foundation somehow or another could be affecting this connection. Protected is keeping something safe. Integrity. I knew this was going to come out. Does the situation align with your morals and values? This is what this person would say. Keep that in mind, okay? We're just using some different cards. Go slow. Take your time to get to know each other. I don't feel like that lasts long because that Eight of Wands is there. That might be their intentions. Oh my God, I'm so sore. This fell on the floor. That is unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. See, that's the problem. I think you're aware of that. That's why you have mixed emotions. We also have, nope, marriage came out. And wait, the timing is not right. Remember, this is what this person is supposed to say to you, okay, or wanting to say to you. So that's, that could be part of it there, is the timing may not be right. Maybe they're asking you to wait. But we saw that before. I don't feel like this person wants you to, I don't think this person wants to lose the opportunity with you. I just, for whatever reason, I don't feel like, I don't know, something's going on here where either they don't know what they want, or, I mean, I don't know what this person's really asking here of you. Or they feel like they can't offer you everything that you're looking for, everything that you want. Okay. For whatever reason. Focused on money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is my financial stability. That could be what's here. attracted to my, or attached to my ex. I'm attached to my ex emotionally and physically and or spiritually, and I need some time to break that connection. That could be what's here. This person asking you to kind of to wait. Maybe they're not ready for something yet. Just be careful of waiting on anybody. You're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. That was here. We belong together and spoiling you. I want to give you a good life, and I want to spoil you with gifts and trips and everything that you could ever need or want. You deserve nothing less. I'm single. I'm single right now, and I'm not attached to anyone and not looking to get into a relationship at this time. This person feels very much so like they're not wanting that commitment. Gaslighting you. That's that King of Wands in reverse. And that was for how you see this person. So you may feel like this person may have gaslit you at some point, but maybe confused. You know, brought that up. I have been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. I wasn't strong enough to admit it. So something maybe you said to this person, they maybe they didn't admit it at the time, but after some thought, they kind of feel that way or whatever. Run away. So this person does run away. Or they're asking you to. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. That's that escapism. So this person may have a tendency, or deeper, message is this person may have a tendency to escape their problems, or that escapism is there. Guys, Smokey. What are you doing? Quit doing that, please. George isn't gonna like that. Do you need to go outside? Oh gosh, you okay? There's a gasp. Sorry, guys. Quick pause. That was my other cat. She wanted out. But this fell on the floor. Sacrifice. Giving up something now for a future reward. What advice do you have for pile 2? Twin flame. Spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. To me, in this, that's different for everybody, so take it how it fits. But in this reading, this feels like something that, twin flame, it just feels like something where, like, you're going to get burned, or you're playing with fire. It's got that feel to it, kind of. Ask your angels, seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. Release grudges, wounds, and pent-up feelings through healthy activities. I mean, that's kind of what we have. Embrace here. Find peace with your current state of being. Strength, determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. And then you have acceptance. Accept past and current situations. Work through issues gracefully. They're kind of telling you, if you move in this direction, you just need to be prepared, for situations, I guess, that arise, which you already are, but okay, let's see if we can get some different advice with the affirmator. What was that? Manifestation. All right. I'm going to read the bottom first, and then we'll get some initials, but it says wonder, and she has 3D glasses on there. So it says it's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, and when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off, but either way, I'm glad that I got a ticket to the show. This feels like this reading. This feels like this reading. Okay, manifestation. If you could have anything that you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and I can't say that word, guys, sorry. And get greedy. You are holding a magic wand, and you can conquer up anything. Could it be that when you declare that your wishes out loud, we're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that it's very practical sense? The more people that you speak with about your desires, the more folks that there are that know about what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. But don't use that word if you don't want to. How interesting. Okay. Some of y'all, I feel like maybe aren't big on manifestation, because the bottom of that said don't use that word if you don't want to. But that's the truth, though. When you don't know what you want and you kind of think about it for a minute and you're like, you know what, if I had a magic wand right now and I could wave that sucker around and make something happen for me, what would that be? You know, really, like if you could, if it could happen, what would it look like? You have God right here together, like it spelled itself. You also have bad right here too. So, so it could have to do with something being good or bad, right? That's what this whole reading is about. We have UK right there. Okay, go. Maybe you're going to the UK. I wish I could. So you have go, or GODABUKXR, Q and Y. Day is right there. Go day. Maybe you're gonna have a yes day. You also have we are what we believe we are. It's kind of like that wonder, huh? Magic wand. Just let me adore you. Dang. It's right there. Drag is right there too. Okay. I could do this all day, so I'm just going to leave you right here. Well, not all day, because obviously there's so many words I can spell, right? But I can come up with all kinds of stuff. Ray, bag. Okay. So, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. Of course, I hope this helps. Definitely good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So, let's see. Y'all have the... Well, this one's having a hard time coming to me here. You have the kitty cat. So, what kind of cat is this? I have no idea. If anybody knows, please put it in the comments. I really appreciate it. But it looks like this cat here has kind of a beard going on. So maybe that's relevant for somebody. You know, this person coming towards you, maybe they look a little different than you remember. You know, maybe they've grown a beard. Maybe they've just kind of, you know, it's been a long time since you've seen them. So some of their features are a little bit different. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So let's see what your card is. Please be something great. Because these readings, you never know what you're going to get in these. We hope for the best. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. I mean, we had another pile that was kind of similar to this, but, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe this could be a good thing. I don't know. It says hook up here. So, one night stand, intimacy, casual relationship, and a fling. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's get some cards. We're going to get this is actually called the Visions of Life Tarot, but I use these as oracle cards. You'll see why when I start to pull the cards out. Okay. So let's see. This is going to first tell us where your current energy will be, or where your energy will be at when this person comes towards you. So, you know, what's going on with you, where you're at, what's going on in your energy when this person comes towards you, okay? So when this person comes towards pile 3, what kind of energy will they be in? What's going on with them when they come towards them? Okay. Wisdom came right on out. Just one second. Okay, that was just my cat jumping the fence. It's kind of scared me for a minute. Jumping the fence. That's interesting. We'll come back around to that. Okay, we also have principles here. So something's going against your better judgment. That's what this feels like. When this person comes around, this has to do with being, you know, being smart, being wise, wisdom here, and principles being all tied up. That's interesting. Bottom of the deck is rivalry. So this has a feel to it. It feels like you have the best of intentions, but I feel like this is like the devil pulling the rug out from underneath the angel's feet, right? So with principles and wisdom, I feel like you're in a place to where you're doing really good. I feel like, yeah, you're doing really good. You feel really good. You feel like you're in a good place here. You're being smart. And then I feel like this person comes in and kind of pulls this rug out from underneath you in some kind of way. And it puts your idea of what your principles are, you want to uphold, kind of in a bind. Okay. This is what we got. Okay, this is what we got. So let's see if we can make the best out of it. We're gonna pull some cards to see what's going on with this person. Let's do something different. Let's see if we can figure out how you know who this is, okay? I just saw detached, so perhaps this may be a situation where, you know, you're detached, trying to detach from this. Okay. Let's just see. Tell me about pile 3. How will they know who this person is that's coming towards them? How will they know who? Okay. Attraction. Well, I bet you are, you know. You're so beautiful and I get butterflies when I see you. So I feel like this is going against your better judgment, which is kind of an idea that I got from one of the other piles. But this has a different undertone to it. I don't know if this is someone that you even actually know. This may be somebody you just meet and you're very attracted to them, and things kind of go quicker than you anticipate or that you want. Or this is somebody that you are attracted to and you're wanting to lean in this direction, but you're trying to kind of stick to your principles here. Whoa. Miracles just fell out on the table and then fell on the floor, so I'm just going to take it. It says, I know that you lost hope in us, but I'm going to surprise you. I mean, that's a surprise, right? The devil pulling the rug out from underneath your feet there is a surprise. We also have lust underneath the bottom of the deck. If only you knew how much I crave you. I would be really careful of this person. This feels like somebody coming in just trying to, well, you know. Let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to say. For some of you, I feel like this is going to be kind of a mix-up. I feel like for some of you, you know who this is. You have history with this person. This is somebody that you are very attracted to, but they may have many faces. For others of you, and they also may, you know, this kind of energy here is, I don't think if this person does come in, they're going to stick around for long. It's a whole part of what hookup is. But I feel like this is somebody that's coming in that doesn't have intentions of longevity here, or doesn't have intentions. Their intentions are lustful, okay? This could also be someone that you don't know and you're just now meeting, but you are very attracted to, and this feels like somebody trying to lure you in. Especially if you've been giving off this impression that you are not interested or you're using your better judgment. This is someone that may see this as kind of a game. So this feels different. Okay. What does this person want? Let's just get to the bottom of this. What does this person want with you? The Six of Pentacles. in reverse. Yeah. See, this is somebody that doesn't plan on, they plan on taking. They don't plan on giving you anything. So this is someone that is only wanting to kind of use you, you know. So just be aware of that. Even if that's just like for, it doesn't have to be like a lustful kind of thing. I feel that obviously here, but this could also be just like a using you in other ways too. So it's just depending on who this is to you. You have the Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Yeah, that's a dependent. You know, that's somebody that's dependent, wanting to jump in your chariot. Because they don't have their own chariot. They want to jump in your chariot. You have a Queen of Wands here in reverse. Strength, Leo energy, Sagittarius, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that just kind of comes and goes, okay? Comes in and then leaves. There isn't any kind of I'd just be really careful of this person. You have the Strength that's here. I think there's a call for you to be strong here, but this person's coming in to test this. This person's coming in to test this. I'm going to be honest. I feel like this person very well knows. If you know who this is, they know that what to do and how to come toward you in a way for you to fall for it. This is somebody that knows that you're attracted to them. This is somebody that knows all the things about you. Okay? They know all the things that you like, and they know how to get what they want from you. Okay? And they're going to utilize all of that. This is somebody that uses their attraction that you have for them for their benefit. So tell me about that Six of Pentacles, which is a lack of reciprocity or equal give and take. Yeah, you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is somebody that's, their whole idea and foundation here is about what they can get from you here. They're not going to be fair, you know. Why is the Chariot here in the reverse? This feels very temporary. You have Death here in the reverse. This is somebody that is wanting to kind of relive a cycle. They haven't changed. They also don't want anything to change either. They haven't changed their ways. There's just, this feels like somebody that's trying to get their dose. You know what I mean? Why is that Queen of Wands in the reverse? The Devil in reverse. So there you go. Capricorn energy, Scorpio's here. Let's keep going. Why is the Strength here, Leo? Six of Wands. Yeah, this person sees this as a game. This is about what they can accomplish if they can break through your barrier, you know? Especially if you're putting out there that you are, especially if you're putting out there that you're trying to be good, you're trying to do the right thing, or you're trying to, you know, even if towards this person, like you're over them, or you're trying to, you're better than you were then, you don't do this kind of thing, you know, that kind of thing. This is somebody that sees that as a game, like they want to try to prove you wrong, like not when it comes to them, you're not like that, you know, it's that kind of thing. They're going to test your strength, you know. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. What is going on here in this energy? Hierophant, Taurus. This is a lesson, I feel like. The Knight of Swords in reverse, this person's coming in. They don't care about your principles. This person doesn't care about your principles. They don't care about... all that stuff doesn't matter to this person, you know? Your boundaries don't matter to this person. They may agree and say, yeah, okay, but they're still going to try to break through them. This feels icky. It feels like this is just a game to this person. How do you see this person? How do you see this person? Two of Wands in the reverse. A bad decision. You see them as a Ten of Swords in reverse. You feel like that this is something that you should just walk away from because it can be ultimately very painful. Maybe you've already gotten over this. Page of Wands. There's a little curiosity there. The Six of Swords in the reverse. I think there's curiosity in why this person's coming back around, if they are. If this is someone newer, then this is someone that piques your interest. But you still don't look at this person like a good idea. Like, this is not a good idea. This is the same thing I said in one of the other piles. So why is that Two of Wands in reverse? The Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. If you've been distant or silence or in isolation, this person's like trying to pull you out of that. This is what's not a good decision here. The Four of Swords. This is where like this is where you're thinking and reevaluating. Those Three Swords are just hanging right there, you know, and he's just resting underneath it. So with that Ace of Swords sitting beside him, he knows the truth of that Ten of Swords. You know that this person will just stab you in the back. You know this person you can't trust. Tell me about that Page of Wands. The Knight of Cups in reverse. I think you're wondering or curious about, this does pique your interest. I mean, you do have this attraction towards this person, so this does pique your interest, right? You are curious. You may even play around with this person, but I'm gonna keep going. Why is the Six of Swords in the reverse? Queen of Swords. I think you know what you need to do here. This is like sending someone on their way. This is being smart. Don't let this person in. That's how you see this person as. You see this person as someone you have to be logical with, and you can't let them in emotionally. And this may be something that you're going to try to do, or you try to do. The Star. I feel like some of y'all are thinking about this. If this is something that can be healed. What's that Nine of Cups in reverse, though? The Eight of Cups. There is still some sort of an emotional attachment here. This feels like danger, danger, danger. You know, it does. It feels like your radar is just like screaming at you. But then you have this like little part of yourself that is wondering if there's a way. I don't know if some of y'all you still have some sort of an emotional attachment here. You know, like, I feel like you feel as if, like, you wonder about if you go back to the situation, if it would bring happiness, but you know that it won't. But you still think about it. It's still in your head. How interesting. This is different. Tell me about this person. Just straight up. Can you tell me about this person just straight up, please? The Seven of Cups. This is somebody that has many options. This is somebody that is emotionally confusing, or they'll fill your head full of fantasy. You have the Fool. This feels like somebody that's just, you know. And the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. This is somebody that's not. It's like this person's trying to pull you in, and they don't have, emotionally, they stay well balanced. You know, they take a lot of risk. He's holding all the cards in his hand, you know what I mean? They don't give anything away. What is the reason? Like, I don't understand what the reason here is. I mean, other than, what do they really just want from you, though? I guess that could be a little different for everybody. Queen of Pentacles, something to do with your stability, your resources, your security, the security you bring, or commitment that you bring to them. Having someone committed to them that has a sense of security or safety or resources. You have the Four of Cups there, so see that cup that's coming in with the dolphin? That's a friendship energy with that Fool. I know this reading sounds awful, guys. If y'all are still here, you know, bless you. This feels like, I just think y'all just need to be warned of this. This has a different feel to it than the other reading, though, that was similar to who was coming in. It has a different, there's like no emotion or concern in this. This is strictly like, this is someone that is strictly like, the Four of Cups is someone that just doesn't have anything else to do. You know, they're bored with how their life is, or you know, they're willing to take a risk, or they want to just kind of be foolish in a way. Why is that King of Cups there? They want you to be this way too. Yeah, the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is somebody that's just looking for someone to bear a burden with, you know? Yeah, the Sun in reverse, because they're not happy. That's what they're doing here. That's how they're using you in this. So whether this is someone you don't even know, you're just meeting, or if this is someone you do know very well that's coming back in, there is this craving here because they're trying to pull the rug out from underneath you. It feeds their ego. Six of Wands here. It feeds their ego in a way, or it fuels them. Whether that comes from you or a stranger, or it's just they need fuel. Does that make sense? You have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody that will, yeah, they'll tell you everything and wish you and tell you they're gonna give you the world or fill you up or whatever, but it's just like for a night, like they're just gonna make you feel really good for a night. Let's just go out and feel really good for a night, and then we don't even have to talk anymore. Isn't that great? You know, that's what this person is like. Everything's better after that. That's kind of where this is at. It's doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry that this is what we're getting out of this reading. This is definitely not what I was looking for, and I was hoping for something real good in the beginning, but let's see what this person will say, and we'll see if it clarifies or fits. Tell me about this person and what they would say to pile 3 if they could say anything. Okay, first we have, pretending. There you go. It's easier to pretend everything's okay rather than to confront the truth. Unstable. Stop. I'll be honest. I'm kind of a mess. Friends with benefits. I mean, this reading. This is a warning reading. I'm going to put a warning label on this. I'm not looking for anything serious, but I wouldn't mind being friends with benefits. Careful. Arguments. I just wish that I had a healthier communication between us instead of all this unnecessary conflict and bickering. This is like somebody that if you are in a relationship with, that every time you have some kind of conflict, the resolution is like just to sleep together and everything's okay. I thought we resolved this. No, we actually didn't. We didn't even talk about anything. All we did was, you know, have a date night or go out for fun or you know, be intimate, but we didn't actually resolve anything. Catfish. Yeah, I'd say that's true, especially if this is somebody you don't know. I'm not ready. I'm not really who you think I am. Well, we figured that out, so hopefully we can save you that. Catch. Go. I'm everything you've been looking for and more. Losing interest. We saw that with the 4 Cups. I just don't feel the same anymore. Hold on. Polly is here. So this is somebody that, with these 2 cards coming out together, it's somebody that just loses interest fast, you know. So if this is somebody new that you meet, I don't want to mess anything up for you. I would just say to be very, very aware of this person's intentions. And if you set some boundaries, just see how they react to that. I would say stick to those boundaries. This says, I don't know that I'm meant to be only with one person for the rest of my life. So this is someone that's not looking for, obviously, not looking for that relationship, okay? But this is somebody next to the Polly that seems like they kind of lose interest quickly, and they may jump around in different relationships with different people. This can be somebody that, like, their interest is everybody. You know, their interest is, they don't have like a particular type of person, or they may not even be that picky about somebody. It's just whoever's there, whoever can be around, whoever's accessible. This doesn't feel good. Okay, we're going to stop right there. Yeah. Balance. I love how well we complement each other and balance each other out. That's a lie. And perfect matches underneath that. That's the catfish part of it. It's funny how you have catfish and catch, right? Catch a catfish. That's kind of neat, actually. Let's get some advice, okay? We're gonna make this a short reading. I don't want to go any further here, and I'm sure y'all don't either. If you're still around, if you're still here, let's get some advice, okay? What do we do in this situation? Let's see. Let's get some of these too. Okay. This may be like, you know, sometimes I feel like we get that final, keep exploring in partnership. I was just fixing to say, you know how sometimes we get that final, like, test, you know? Like, we feel like, you know, God or the universe, or, you know, whatever it is you believe, for a higher source, it's just giving us that test to see if we're ready for the real thing. This feels like something like that. Okay, let's see. Can the devil pull the rug out from underneath you? You know? What advice do you have? Well, that came right out. Not prepared. So this is why this reading's coming out. And I'm going to have to put it out, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I promise. Number 26, not prepared. You're navigating a tricky situation. Create or reconsider your game plan before moving forward. So, I mean, this could be like your angels being like, think about it, you know, keep your boundaries up, pay attention. We're rooting for you. You know, you can do this. It's that kind of feeling to be watchful. Number 15 is the devil in tarot, so that's just hilarious. Be on alert and aware of your surroundings. There's a red flag that you're ignoring. Allow the truth to be revealed. That's hilarious, guys. We're gonna get an affirmator too. Okay. I'm glad Spirit's got my back in this reading. We ain't doing that. That's way too many. Come here. Give me one here for pub 3. That'll work. Okay, let's see. Positive thinking. Put water on yourself. Water yourself here. In the garden of the mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful, if I want. And I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. So you're a badass mind gardener, okay? That means that you can handle this. It's just kind of a reminder of that. Let's get one more spirit message, and then then we'll leave it there. Okay, these two cards just came out when I went to get one of these, so I'm actually just going to read these instead. Maybe that was meant, because it says being enough and intention. So the innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow, more deserving. You, yes, you are love. So this is a reminder that you're enough. You're enough for more than this. That's for certain. And then you have intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. Yeah. I do feel like, let's just look. You know, we got a little time because of this reading, so let's just take a look and see. Let's see what the future holds here for you outside of this, you know? What does the future hold here for you past this situation? We have twin flame here. Trust the magnetic pull of the twin flame. It will guide you towards them. So for some of you, this may be something that you're going through, you're learning, you're growing from. So I don't know how everybody sees that. I know that's been coming out a lot. Maybe your viewpoints have changed around that. Maybe you're starting to see the more shadow side to someone and that connection and that magnetic, attraction that we saw earlier, and how that can leave you burned, or that person. Learning, that was just a situation that helped you to grow. Just take it how it resonates, right? So together is here. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. You know how I just got done saying that after this, I feel like you're going to find the person that's meant for you, or the person that's the right person for you. And destiny. This reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. I feel like after this, I feel like it's going to lead you to the right person. That's what I feel like. Maybe you thought that this person was, someone else, and it wasn't. And the real person that's for you is just right around the corner. Bottom of the deck says nurture. Nurture your relationship like blooming flowers and they'll flourish. Okay. You got to get through this, I feel like. All right, let's get some initials to close. I'm going to leave y'all there. Let's see what we have. Ow. Okay, there's one in there that just continues to poke me. I can't find. Oh, you have the rainbow. Wait, did that say? Oh, no, it says... I thought that said something about something flourishing, but it's like a pastel colored rainbow, but like a rainbow on the other side of the rain, like a rainbow. There's a rainbow waiting for you, you know what I mean? Like, it just has this idea of destiny, and having a destined relationship in your future. But you have to realize what your worth is and what you need. It has to do with knowing yourself and knowing what you really need, and knowing when someone can offer you that and can't, and standing up for yourself and putting up the boundaries that you need when you need them, knowing that you are enough, you're worth more. It has to do with all of that, and setting that intention, putting that intention out there. And that's, what you get back in return here. If not now, then when? And then you have feeling good like I should. Okay, you also have, come here, you. Get it? Come here, you. Sorry, I'm tired, I guess. You have a you owe you this. It's funny. ZLAHXWMNT. B-Y-S. Okay. U-O-U. I love it. You owe yourself this. Yeah. Don't put yourself in a box. You deserve more. Okay. I'm going to leave you here. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry I couldn't offer you something better. But, you know, these readings are also... You know, I would love to sit here just all day long and give you all the best, just most greatest things coming at you that there ever was. But if I did that, I wouldn't be really doing my job. You know, I feel like these are the most important because it's really great to get a heads up on something like this. So you can say, I knew this was coming and I was more prepared. So hopefully that's what you can take from this reading. Good luck to you guys. And thank you so much for your love, support, and kindness as well. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, pile 4. So if you chose this kitty cat here, that's kind of got a mix of colors and green eyes, this will be your reading. So we're talking about who is coming towards you. So green eyes could be relevant, of course. You see how this cat is like sitting here waiting patiently? That could have something to do with it. Maybe this person's been waiting for you or you're waiting for them. Okay, so let's see what your card says. Haven't looked at it. Roll the dice. Take a chance, risk, leap of faith, and strategy. So this is someone here coming towards you taking a risk, taking a chance. They're rolling the dice, coming towards you. Okay, so we're going to start with the Visions of Life Tarot. I use these as oracles. We're going to take a look at 3 different things. The first thing we're going to use these for is, what is your current energy? What is the energy that you're in when this person comes towards you? Okay? So let's take a look at that. I'm going to give these a few shuffles. So what is pile 4's energy when this person comes in? What is pile 4's energy when this person comes towards them? What is pile 4's energy when this person comes towards them? We have uncertainty. One more, please. Pile 4's energy when this person comes towards them. And optimism. He doesn't look very optimistic. He's trying to get him to be optimistic. Okay. Uncertainty and optimistic. Okay. Bottom of the deck is, look at that. Wow. Insomnia. This is supposed to be a representation of the energy that you're in. So this is the 9 of Swords. So there's this anxiety that's here. I don't know what the reason is behind that. If it has to do with this particular person, or if it has to do with just the energy you happen to be in when this person comes towards you. But I feel like you're battling here with your mind. And right and wrong, good and bad, which has been kind of an ongoing theme, I feel like, in these readings. But anyway, this could be like you may be trying to get yourself to be optimistic, but I think that you're worried. You have indifference there. So it's almost like you're worried about someone not agreeing with you on something, or someone being indifference with you. Interesting. See, she has her head in her hands in her head in her hands, and the Joker does here too, the clown. It's almost like you're in a place of solitude, thinking, hermit energy, and it has to maybe do with something particular. What is it? Well, should I look at that? I mean, I feel like that could be different for everybody, right? When this person comes towards you. Yeah, what is this uncertainty and optimism about? This could be about this person, you know. If it is, it's like you're uncertain, but you're trying to be optimistic, but you're having a difficult time. There's some anxiety around this situation. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, guys. I'm not going to look too far into it because, like I said, I mean, that's just going to be very different for everybody. Okay, so let's see what the tea is. We're going to see if this will let us know who this person is. So you'll know who this person is by these cards, okay? So how will Pile 4 know who this is? How will Pile 4 know who this is? Hustling, making it rain, focused on money and getting it. How will Pile 4 know who this is? Uninterested. I think this is somebody that's just not focused on you. Or you think that. You feel like this person's not interested in you. You feel like they're focused on other things. Maybe it's their career, money. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is rejected. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how you know who this is. You're feeling like this person's rejected you. Like they're not interested in you. They're focused on other things. This is something that I think that you're trying to be optimistic. I think you're trying to not think about it a whole lot. You're kind of going to battle in your mind here about what this could be. If this person's rejecting you, why, and this may keep you up at night, but I know this is the 9 of Swords. I just don't feel like it's, some of you, it may be more than others, but I just don't feel like you're too anxious about it. But the indifference is here. So I think mostly you're just trying to figure out why this person isn't interested, why they're rejecting you, what it is they're focused on. Is this the reason? Are they not interested? Are they just busy? It's that kind of feel to it. Okay, so this is the person that's coming towards you, that person you're thinking of. And with roll the dice here. So let's see what this person wants. Maybe they're being strategic, like that card says. It also says that, roll the dice and strategy. This person that's coming towards Pile 4. This is the Fortune Tarot. Good Fortune Tarot. Person that's coming towards Pile 4. Tell me about this person. One more. Tell me about who this is. What do they want with Pile 4? Why is this person coming towards Pile 4? What do they want? Why is this person coming towards Pile 4? What do they want? 10 of Swords in reverse. This is wanting to resurrect something, wanting to come back from something, wanting to get past something. 5 of Cups in reverse. They're wanting to move on from something. High Priestess in reverse. They want to break the silence, or they want to talk about something, or they want to express some things to you they've been keeping to themselves. Pisces energy. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Talks about the reason that they haven't maybe responded to you, messaged you. It's been feeling like maybe this person's ignoring you somewhat for some of you. Why is it 10 of Swords in the reverse? The 2 of Cups. This is bringing the relationship. This is like resurrecting a relationship. 5 of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Cups. Either this person has been trying or having to move on from something of the past. There could be children involved here in some kind of way as well, with that 6 of Cups being here and the children on here. But this could be like this person wanting to, having a difficult time, but trying to move on from something of their past. That's what they've been focused on. It could be a relationship, perhaps, for some of you. But I think what they're wanting here is I mean, I feel like they're trying to resurrect the relationship with you too. So why is that High Priestess in reverse? Breaking the silence, the Chariot in reverse. They want to talk about the way things have gone or things are going for them. Like things aren't moving in the direction that this person wants or has intended. That's why maybe it feels like this person's kind of disappeared on you. Tell me about that Knight of Cups in the reverse. There's the Four of Swords. So there's that resting when it comes to the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I don't feel any negative energies yet. You know, I don't feel any like, oh, this person's doing this or doing that kind of energies yet. I feel like something's going on in this person's exterior that has kind of thrown them off. And I think they've been trying to get some things under control, but they've been having like a difficult time. This is something they've been keeping to themselves. I think they're given like relationships or love or whatever the case, just kind of a break. Why is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse? Temperance in reverse. This is somebody that's kind of frustrated with themselves because they don't have anything to offer you. Just one second. Oh no. Thought that was George. I was met with a big nose in my door. That was my dog. Threw me off. Sagittarius is here. What is this? Something. They're frustrated here because something didn't work out for this person the way that they were hoping or intended for it to. What is that? Something fell through with this person, for this person. 10 of Cups, yeah. They thought they had some kind of new beginning here, fresh start, that was going to bring some fulfillment, but that didn't go through. And this person's kind of frustrated about this, whatever that is. This could involve like family or something like that. That's not for everybody, but there's this imbalance around that. So is this like what is this? Like a message that they're sending you? Like what is this? And why is this, thank you. That's Death here. Scorpio energy is about changes and transformations, and they've been going through some kind of ending or something changing or not working out for them. I don't understand what this has to, well, I mean, I guess it has to do with you, with the fact that maybe if you haven't heard from this person, you know, if they've been silent here. What is the roll the dice here for, though? What is the risk here in this? I already saw that once. I didn't take it. The Magician in reverse. Gemini, Virgo energies. Yeah? Yeah? I'm working.
Can I have some pants?
What?
Can I have some pants?
There's some on top of the dryer. I folded a whole bunch of them, okay? There's some in your drawer too, right? Oh no, there's some in the dryer too. I haven't pulled out yet, but I don't think they're quite done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know what's funny about that? My kid just asked me if he could have some pants, which today's the first day I've been able to do laundry. We're completely snowed out here in Texas where I'm at. They haven't been to school all week. They've had a whole week off of school. But I was fixing to say something about not having the resources, not having what you need. And he came in here and he's needing some pants. So anyway, that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Those are pretty essential, right? So something about what this person feels like they don't have what it is they need. And that's their primary focus at this time. Yeah. They're going through some changes. What does this have to do with you? What does this have to do with you? The Ace of Cups in reverse. They don't want you to think that they don't care. Or they wouldn't want a relationship with you. You know, I don't know how to what extent this is between you and this person. But most importantly, I feel like this is someone that just doesn't want you to think that they don't care. I mean, this could even be a friend, I guess, you know. I still don't get why it's rolling the dice, though. What's the roll the dice? What is that? Roll the dice. What is that? What does that mean, though, as far as someone coming towards you? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's getting another chance. Getting another chance at something. Something not going the way that you wanted it to, right? Wasn't. I don't know the history on this. And I don't know if I should not look at it. It's not coming up, but I have a feeling. It feels like something got started but didn't get off the ground. With that roll the dice, maybe this person had the best of intentions in the beginning, but then they kind of faded out, and you're like, well, I guess they're not interested, and you feel kind of rejected, not knowing what kind of happened. Tell me more about that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this person's kind of taking a risk here because you may be in a... They don't know what kind of energy you are in when it comes to them. How you feel about them, how you see them. They do... There's this feeling of feeling bad, though, here. Like they feel bad or feel guilty. They want a relationship here, a friendship. They want to take a chance on that. The Ten of Wands in reverse. This is like somebody that doesn't want to put pressure on you. Or telling you, you know, they don't want pressure of a relationship, or this is like support, okay? The Three of Cups. This is also like a date or coming together, so that could be, you know, something that's there too. What is this person's intentions, though? What are their, like, truest intentions? The Six of Wands. I think that they're wanting you to see them in a good way. Just because they don't want something right now doesn't mean they don't want that always. Yeah, the Fool. There's the risk. Give me one more for that. The King of Wands. Why is it so important for this person how you see them? The Five of Swords in reverse. They don't want to have any conflict. The Ace of Swords. And they want to be clear. Why is that so important, though? The Queen of Cups. This person cares about you. Or they feel they have care for you. You know, they feel like that you're a good person or you're a sweet person. You know, that Queen of Cups. There's Cancer energy here, and then you also have some Leo energy here too, and Aries, Aquarius. So their intentions are to not have any conflict. They don't want no beef with you. Okay? This is someone that wants to be clear, wants to be honest with you because they feel like you're a good person. So, what's going to happen here with this moving forward? What's going to happen here? What does this all mean? Judgment. There's some kind of a resurrection or renewal here that's going to take place. The Three of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. This is something that, like, the whole intentions behind this and the whole reason this person's coming towards you in the way that they are, and it is strategy, really, because this person does see you as a sweet person. They want to be upfront and honest with you, and they don't want you to feel like they had any kind of bad intentions. It's not that they weren't interested. Things didn't get off this. They realized that they weren't prepared for this like they thought they were going to be. So this could be like somebody that made plans and then, didn't follow through. But I feel like something particular in their life did not go according to what they had planned anyways. And I think they're a little frustrated around that. Tell me about that a little bit. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This could be that maybe they don't feel comfortable where they are. They don't feel like they have what they need financially. They lack in resources with that Magician in reverse. They don't want to have any conflict with you. What are their future intentions here? I think it's just to be friends, to be honest, with that Three of Cups. I think it's just to have that, like, be supportive of each other. Or maybe you've just been very supportive of this person. And so, again, that's why they want to be honest with you. I don't think this person wants a relationship. How do they see you? How do they really see you, or their interest in you? Two of Swords in the reverse. And the Empress. You challenge this person in a way. I don't think this person feels like that. How do I want to say this? The Moon in reverse. Pisces, Cancer. You have Libra, Taurus here. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. For some of you, this person feels as if you could get really hurt from them. Like, they could hurt you. This person feels like they have the ability to hurt you. Because they feel like they're not where they need to be. They're not in a place that they can move forward with this. I think they thought they were, but they're not. And I think because of that, they feel like if they were to involve themselves here with you, you would only end up getting hurt. They're not comfortable where they are. They're not in a good place. Like, they're not in a bad place, but they're not in a place where they're able to provide for themselves and someone else. Whether that's, time, energy, effort, whatever it is, affection. Libra energy here. They feel like if they were to try, that it wouldn't probably go very well, and you would end up hurt. You would end up upset. They're not happy either. Where, like, how do they see themselves? Yeah, the Seven of Swords. That's strategy. It's also kind of deceitful. And the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't feel like they're living up to their own expectations. They feel like they are like they're like an imposter. They don't want to be an imposter here. They feel like they still have a lot to work on. The Four of Pentacles is here, so they have their guard up. They don't feel. I mean, they just. I don't know how many times, different ways I can say this. This person just doesn't feel like they have what it takes to be in a relationship with you. And this is someone that doesn't want to bring less than that to the table. They feel like they still have a lot going on, or a lot that they have to work out. Yeah, Nine of Swords. There it is. But it's not, I know this sounds like a cliche, but it's like this person saying it's not you, it's me. But it really isn't you. It really is. Like they have a lot of stuff going on. I mean, this person, yeah, 4 wands in reverse. They're not at peace in their life in general with the sun. And they know that. They're very well aware of that. They need to make some difficult choices. They need to still detach from some things emotionally. They could have just went through like a separation, a breakup. They're still kind of recovering from that. They don't even know what they really want, like their future. They don't even know what that really looks like to them. So a relationship on top of that, or having someone that you have to include, you know, as far as consider, or, you know, they feel like that you're someone that's very loving, that's very nurturing, that's very sweet, that's very giving. And they feel like, honestly, you would probably overgive yourself to this person and end up hurt because they can't give you what you're giving back. I mean, this is very honest. I can tell you that. What I'm reading anyways. What extent this person's going to tell you all this stuff, I don't know. If they're going to articulate the way I am. But this is what it feels like, you know. It's sincere. Let me see if I can see what this person would say to you, if they could say anything. It almost feels like this person is somewhat embarrassed in a way of like where they are or not having what they need. Tell me, what would this person say to pile 4 if they could say anything? A reunion. Yeah, we saw that there. We'll always come back to each other. This is like somebody that is saying, you know, if, you know, after a while, time goes by, maybe we'll come back together, and we'll still both be available. I will be in a better place. Soul contract. The lessons I've learned from us, will never be forgotten. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Commitment. I want you to be a part of my future. Space. I need more time to think. Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Yeah, I think that's what's here. Like this person, it's not, and this I don't want y'all to get this misinterpretation of this commitment here. Because we just talked about how this person can't do that. This is like someone saying, I would love for you to be able to be a part of my future, but I am not ready for something like that. This is kind of like where you kind of give it to the universe and say, we'll see what happens when, you know, I get to a better place. But which is a very mature way of looking at yourself and what you're capable of, you know, if you care about somebody. I should have expressed myself better. I think this person has a hard time, like, being able to articulate this like I am to y'all. And with some space or some time, maybe they can kind of figure out how to express this to you. I think there's embarrassment here, to be honest with you. And it keeps kind of coming in. Damage. We are both hurting from this. Yeah, this isn't... I mean, this is out of respect for you. I feel like if this was any other time, this person was in a better energy, things would be a lot different. We have reveal. I want to tell you the truth. Yeah, that's there. And confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. Yeah, so this is somebody coming in trying to help you to understand where they are. I think they know that you feel rejected. They don't want you to feel that way. They don't want you to feel like they're rejecting you. This is somebody that genuinely feels like you're a good person and they don't want to hurt you. So they're kind of swallowing their pride here because there's some kind of embarrassment, something going on with where they are, or maybe how they handled something, but they're swallowing their pride here in order to kind of come towards you and do tell you the truth, reveal to you the truth about, you know, hey, I'm not stable right now. That's the Four of Wands in reverse. I mean, that I guess in itself is a risk, right? Because they don't know how you, I guess you're going to kind of respond to this. Interesting. This is different. All these readings were different, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me, but I mean, like, the energy was different. Okay. Let's get some advice. Wait, first we're going to see, I know I just got some message cards, but I want to get some different types of message cards. So let's use, what are we going to use? What are we going to use? Where are the ones I'm looking for? Let's use these to see what this person would say. A few more, and then we'll get some advice and some initials to close, okay? What would this person say if they could say anything to Paul 4? What would they say? Father wounds. This has something to do with this person's stability. Also, with that Six of Cups, they may still, like, they may be going through something emotionally from their childhood or their past as well, for some of you. I mean, I don't know how deep this goes as far as this person knowing that they have some healing to do, but it says, my father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine masculine energy within me and externally, which is about stability. Obsessed. I think I'm obsessed with you. I think that you are, I think about you all the time, stalk your socials, and I hope to run into you when I'm out. This is somebody that feels like they could be that way with you. Or this is just a feeling, you know, of, it's like a feeling of time, you know, like when you're in a relationship and it takes, you know, you have to give your time and energy and effort to someone else. And especially in the beginning, when you're getting to know each other. So it's almost like this person kind of feeling like, you know, they wouldn't have time for that. But that for others of you, I mean, it could be that this person does kind of keep an eye on you. Something to say. There's something that I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. So that's that reveal, what we've been talking about. Something's going on in their life too, I think they want to tell you about. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that's not served me and hindered my growth. So they are leaving a situation or trying to get to a better place. Have my kids. I want you to have a family with you. I know that you'd be an amazing parent, and I dream of the day that I can experience raising a family together. So this is someone that sees, like, this to me is just a more expression of the amount of admiration this person has for you. It's just like this commitment card. Like, they could see, it's not that they couldn't see, like, a future with you, you know? Attention from others. I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. This is an issue, you know? When you feel like you're not happy unless you have that attention from someone else, you know, this could be somebody that they're discovering this about themselves. That's just an unhealthy, just something unhealthy that they're discovering about themselves that they're trying to work on or fix. And you have mother wounds, so they have father and mother wounds here. My mother is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to the divine feminine energy within me and externally. So they may have a hard time with their stability right now, and they also may have a hard time with dependency. You know, if they had a mother that, you know, codependency. So they could have, like, always rely on, like, a feminine attention or love or nurturement, you know. Either they had too much of that or not enough, you know, which is the case with many. There's that perfect, like, balance, and it's very hard to find that or to teach that, get to that. Let's get one more. Let's get an affirmation, or affirmator. Okay. What advice do you have for this with pile 4? Generosity. I give generosity to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and the key to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like that one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. And that's just so annoying, isn't it? Okay. Let's see what the future holds for you guys, okay? Let's see what the future holds for y'all. Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers that you seek. Twin Flame, that card has been coming out a lot. Trust the magnetic pull of your Twin Flame. It will guide you towards them. Trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. There you go. Imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. And boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries. Protect them. So this person is openly kind of and willing to express to you basically that you need to have boundaries with them because they're telling you they can't give you what you need and what you deserve. I mean, this person's straight up telling you in a very sincere, open way, which is telling me this person has done some work on themselves, or they at least recognize where they need to heal, or what the position they're in, or what they're going through. This is telling you to, guard your heart, to set some boundaries here, and to, keep dreaming. Look to your dreams. They hold the answers that you seek. You have butterfly at the bottom. You will meet a new love interest at a party or a night out. So for some of y'all, you may meet someone new, someone different outside of this situation here. I would say if this is at a party or a night out, if you get an invite, take it. If this is what you're looking for, because you may meet your person there. A new love interest anyway. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get some initials and charms to close. Interesting readings today. Very interesting readings today. These are not anything like what I was really hoping for, but you get what you get, I am fixing to do a different type of reading. I'm going to try to do a quick, what you need to know type of reading. So hopefully we'll get some better messages from that. But these are so important. I was trying to tell that last pile. Sometimes these readings come across like warnings more than something exciting, so you never know what you're going to get until you get into the cards, and it just is what it is. And I'm a true reader. I'm not going to sit here and try to manipulate the cards to make it better than what it is or what it's saying. I'm going to tell you the way I see it. So, and you are sitting here right with me, and you can't, some of these cards, they just are what they are. So take it as being prepared. It's preparing you. So you have be kind. Yeah, this person's I am gonna say, not to take their side or anything. I'm not judgmental in these, but this person is definitely like going through some stuff. Okay. You have peace here, peace through service. So this is for the Rotary Club. Then you also have just let me adore you. Okay, A, S, E, 2 Z's, an H, an M, a W, 2 W's, a V, and a C. Okay, guys. So I am going to leave y'all right here. But thank y'all so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon.